Good morning, boys and girls. This is Mr. Cook, and today we're working on 10 more and 10 less on this Friday, March 26th. So let's get started. Now, what we're going to do right now is we're going to do a quick check to see how we are doing with our numbers. So let's say I'm building the number 82. How many ones and how many tens is this going to be? Now, the first thing that I want to talk about is how are we going to draw a 10 again? So remember, from yesterday, I talked to you about how drawing a 10 kind of looks like this. You're drawing a block that kind of represents one of these guys down right over here. It doesn't have to be absolutely perfect, but as long as you understand this equals 10 and this one equals 1 on that one. So first thing we have to do is actually take a look at our number that we're going to be working with, and it's the number 82. When I put it into my little t-chart, I go 82, divide it up into my tens and ones. I know that I have 8 tens and 2 ones that I have to draw. So let's get started on that. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8 right there. And then I have 2 ones. So ultimately 82 is just 8 tens and 2 ones. It's because they go 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 81, 82. Just like that. Alright, so let's get into what we're actually going to be doing today. Now, how can you find 10 more than the number 22? So the first thing I want you guys to think about is actually building the number 22 with your blocks. So I'm going to build number 22. There we go. So 2 tens and 2 ones makes up the number 22. On the number line, it'd be about right here. That's what I'm guessing anyway. But how can I make 10 more than 22 instead of counting up? Because what I could do is I could count up, go start at 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, and get up until I get to 10 more. But there's an easier way here. Now, take a look down here in my drawing. If all I'm doing is adding 10 more, all I have to do is just add another 10 block. That's it. So when I take a look at this and I count again, I go 10, 20, 30, 31, 32. So if I had 22 to begin with, 10 more is going to be 32. Because you're just adding one 10 block. And let's say I added another one. Let's do 10 more than that. Then it would be 42. And if I were to take 10 away, so let's say I go back to this is 32, this is 22. If I do one taking away on that, I have 1 10, 2 ones. That's actually going to be 12. Now, boys and girls, I want you to really take a look at our numbers here. You notice that the only number that's going to be changing is in the tens place. The ones place stays the same, and that's what you guys are really going to focus on when you're doing these 10 more and 10 less kind of things. So when we do the 10 more, 10 less, remember, let's build 22 again. We're going to do 10 less. So I have 22. And I want to do 10 less. So all I'm doing is taking away a 10 now. So how many tens do I have? 1. How many ones do I have? 2. The number 10 less than 22 is going to be 12. So let's investigate this a little bit. So let's say there are 56 pigeons in the park. So first thing I'm going to do, I'm going to draw 56. So I have 1, 2, 30, 40, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 55, and 56. Okay, so I've got 56 birds in the park. Then 10 bluebirds land in the park. Finally, 10 robins land in the park. How many birds are in the park now? Okay, so what I don't want to do is I don't want to add up by using ones like that because that would just be ridiculous and it would take way too long. Let's use what we know. Let's add 10 robins right now. So I'm just going to draw another 10 block. So we had 56 before. Now let's add 10 bluebirds. Because all we're doing is just adding those 10 blocks to count them up. So let's count them. So we have 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 71, 72, 73, 74, 75, 76. We have 76 birds all together right there. Just showing you that all you're really doing is just adding tens and taking tens away in those ones places. Now if you take a look at our number line right here, if we look at the number 43 and we move up 10, you notice that 10 more is 53. And again, all you're noticing is that the tens place is changing, not the ones. So if you go to the opposite direction, you're just taking 1 away from the tens place, which is going to be 33. And you guys can see it a little better right here when we build it. Like I was showing you before, if you're working on the number 34 and you go 10 more or 10 less, you notice that the 10 blocks is the only thing that's changing. So if you do 10 more than 34, you just add 1 10, which makes it 44. And if you go 10 less, it makes it 24. Just like that. So boys and girls, what I want you guys to work on today is pages 395 and 396. Oh, sorry about that. Actually, 391 to 394. The pages 395 and 396 just for you guys if you want a little extra practice. But write in the missing numbers, draw a picture for you guys, because notice all you're doing is actually just changing that tens place number. All right, boys and girls, always good luck and always have fun.